What's up, everyone? My name is Rad, and I'm here today bringing you my guide on Kujousara. I'll be going over her talents, skills, constellations, recommended weapons, artifact sets, and team compositions. I'm going to make all of my character guides as concise as possible, so we're looking at hopefully under 10 minutes for each one, but some might just be a tad bit over the mark. Timestamps will be listed down below in the description. Without further ado, let's drop that transition. Talents up first. Shocker. I'll be skipping her chart shot as I'll just cover it in the elemental skills section, which is right now. Elemental skill, Tengu Storm Call. Kujousara dodges backwards, creating a crow feather. Upon this, you will gain crow feather cover for 18 seconds, and if Sara shoots a fully aimed charge shot, the crow feather will be expended and will leave another within its location. Crow feathers perform the following. They trigger Tengu Judai Ambush, in which after a short time period they will deal electro damage and grant the current character within its AoE range an attack bonus based on Kujousara's base attack. Not overall attack, base attack. The attack bonuses from Tengu Judai do not overlap, and their uptimes will be predicated on the last Tengu Judai to take effect. Attack bonus duration is 6 seconds, skill duration is 18 seconds, and has a cooldown of 10 seconds. Elemental Burst. Subjugation Kokusendo releases Tengu Judai Titan Breaker. This dishes out AoE electro damage. Then it also expands into 4 consecutive clusters of Tengu Judai Storm Cluster that deal AoE electro damage. This effects from her elemental burst provide the same attack bonus as her elemental skill, but same as her elemental skill, they do not stack and their uptimes will be predicated on the last Tengu Judai to take effect. Cooldown is 20 seconds and energy cost is 80. I just said that in reverse. Whoopsies. Anywho, passives. Immovable Will. While under the effects of crow feather cover state provided by her elemental skill, aim charge shot times are reduced by 60%. Decorum. When Tengu Judai Ambush connects with enemies, Kujousara restores 1.2 energy to all squad members for 100% ER she has. ER as an energy recharge. Effect can only trigger every 3 seconds. So essentially, if she has 200% energy recharge, she will grant 2.4 energy to all squad members. Just basically, that's how it is. Land Survey. Self-explanatory. Constellations. Now, Kujousara's constellations, in my opinion, do really ramp up her support capabilities. She's decent at base, but great with constellations. I'll be skipping over her C3 and C5 as they only add 3 levels to her elemental skill and burst correspondingly. C1, Crow's Eye. When Tengu Judai either provides units attack bonuses or connect with enemies, it will reduce the cooldown of Tengu Storm Call by 1 second. This effect can be triggered every 3 seconds. C2, Dark Wings. Upon releasing Tengu Storm Call, it will leave a weaker crow feather at Kujousara's original position that deals 30% of its original damage. If going for constellations, this is where I would recommend to stop at. C1 helps with keeping her buff uptime by lowering her cooldown on her elemental skill, while C2 makes it so that you can achieve her attack buff without having to perform an aimed charge shot. C4, Conclusive Proof. This just makes it so instead of dealing 4 consecutive clusters, you now deal 6 through her elemental burst. Lastly, C6, Sin of Pride. This will boost the crit damage of electro damage users by 60% who have had their attack augmented by Tengu Judai. If you do have the spare Primo Gems or want to add a couple or few constellations to Kujousara, she is definitely one I would say is worth getting to C6. As like I mentioned earlier, her support capabilities become incredibly good. So, for weapons, there is a healthy amount for Kujousara to use. Remember, these are only recommendations. I'll begin with the 5 stars. Skyward Harp. Provides great crit rate up to 20% at level 90. Passive provides crit damage. Polar Star. Provides excellent crit rate up to 33% at level 90. First part of passive provides damage to elemental skill and burst. Hunter's Path. Provides godly crit rate up to 44% at level 90. You kind of get the trend here. First part of passive provides 12% elemental damage. Elegy of the End provides great energy recharge, and its passive provides extra elemental mastery and attack bonuses for her and other units within the party. For 4 stars, I recommend the Stringless. Provides damage to elemental skill and burst. Favonius Warbow One of my personal favorites, provides insane energy recharge, and its passive has a chance to provide an elemental orb upon a crit hit. This will regenerate 6 energy for the respective party member. Moon's Moon provides good attack. Passive also increases elemental burst damage based upon the maximum energy total combined within the squad. Sacrificial Bow provides good energy recharge, and passive makes it so that once an enemy is struck by an elemental skill, it has the chance to reset its own cooldown. Artifact sets. Kujousara is a bit energy dependent, I would say so. The main artifact set I recommend, shockingly, is 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. This will provide a flat 20% energy recharge. Also, it will increase her elemental burst damage by 25% of her energy recharge. A maximum of 75% bonus damage can be achieved. Also, good or reliable. Shockingly, Noblesse Oblige. This increases her elemental burst damage by an extra 20%. Upon using her elemental burst, it will provide a 20% attack boost to all party members in your group. This is a flat 20% for everyone, not 20% per character in your group. Hence, it does not stack. You can also mix and match and go for duo 2-piece sets, since going for a 4-piece artifact set can be a grind sometimes. I'd recommend any of the following 2+2 combinations: Noblesse Oblige, Emblem of Severed Fate, Thunder and Fury, Shimenawa's Reminiscence, and Gladiator's Finale. Quick shout out as well to the 4-piece, if I can find it here, The Exile. You'll receive 20% energy recharge, and upon using her elemental burst, it'll regenerate 2 energy for all current squad units every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. Really underrated set for her, I would say. Main affixes to look for are energy recharge or attack percentage on the Sands of Time, depending on what you need more, electro damage on the Goblet of Ianathem, and crit rate or crit damage on the Circuit of Logos. Minor affixes to look for are energy recharge, crit rate, crit damage, and attack percentage. Also, aim for a 1 to 2 crit rate, crit damage ratio. If possible, example, if you have 50% crit rate, then aim for 100% plus or more crit damage. So, before I talk about team compositions, truth be told, she shines in 3, and the rest are ones that are dependent on what you want to do. The thing about her is she synergizes incredibly well with Raiden Shogun, who is a 5-star. Now, I do my very best just to recommend the compositions, but with only 4 stars. So once in a while, I might have to recommend a 5-star for you guys, but that'll be like every 5 blue moons, you know what I mean? So, with that being said, Overload, any combination of Kujousara, 1 Electro unit, 1 Pyro unit, and 4th slot can be your choosing. Electro Charge, any combination of Kujousara, 1 Electro unit, 1 or 2 Hydro units, and or 4th slot can be your choosing. Mono Thunder, any combination of Kujousara, 2 Electro units, and 4th slot can be your choosing. You can go for a Nemo if you want, like a Sucrose. You could go for a Geo if you have like a Noel or a Ningguang. Or you could go for like a Dendro character if you want to do like the Dendro Traveler. It's all up to you. Final thoughts. Kujousara is a really cool character. I like how she can provide a similar attack buff like Bennett, but she has really good uptime on it. But not just that, she also can dish out a good amount of damage when she's built quite well, I'd say. She definitely enhances Electro teams, especially when having multiple constellations locked on her. Plus, her aesthetics are awesome in my opinion. But the question is, if you do get a Kujousara, should you level her up? As a version 3.5, I will say yes. Even though she's great alongside Raiden, she can also work well with a Fischl, Beta, or even a Keqing. Plus, Electro is in a really good state right now alongside Dendro. So yeah, I think she is worth the investment. That's a wrap though. Kujousara is my first Inazuma character guide, I believe. My 3rd Electro 4-star character guide in the books as well, I want to say. All in all, hopefully this will help some of you out. But thanks to those who watched this throughout. If you enjoyed or disliked today's video, you can either drop me a like or a dislike. I'm always open to constructive criticism. Also, if you'd like, press that subscribe button to keep up to date with future content. Would appreciate that. Anywho, I'm Rad. You're all awesome. See you later.